happy Monday, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. As we take a look at the current temperatures outside, it is definitely chilly. Everyone's been talking about how cold it has been, how cold the weekend was, and how cold it is going to continue. Right now, it is 55 degrees over downtown Los Angeles, 60 in San Diego, 54 in Ontario, and 56 in Palm Springs. The only good news at this point is that the high wind warning has been downgraded to a wind advisory. So while the winds are still going to be with us through tomorrow, it's not going to be quite as blustery, but it is still going to be cold. We're still dealing with some wind out of the Pacific Northwest. It's going to be cold and windy through tomorrow, and this is why we're getting colder out of the Rockies filtering into our region. We also have a red flag warning through tomorrow, and that's because it's not just cold, but it's also windy and dry. We're going to see humidity levels drop down to about 10, maybe even less. 8 and 9% has been common for our mountains and our valleys, and that wind advisory, like I mentioned, will be with us through tomorrow afternoon. We're going to see the potential of gusts for not just the LA County Mountains, Ventura, but also for the Inland Empire to about 40 miles per hour. We take a look at the overnight lows very quickly, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Some areas are going to drop into the teens. I'll have the details and I'll show you the rest of the overnight lows coming up in just a little bit. Right now, we're going to send it back to Micah and Cher.
Vera, thank you.
And we'll also be taking you out, and we'll be talking about the winds, and of course, how about some 5 Live traffic, where we do have a signaler to tell you about. This will be along the 101 as you make your way through the Studio City area. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Oh boy, oh boy. You know, and particularly we feel bad for the people that still don't have power.
Sure.
Because yes, we still have some folks that don't have power, and boy, for them it's just been really tough. If you've been cold, imagine what they're going through. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm Vera Jimenez, and we'll also be taking you out to the roadways. There's a new trouble spot for the Harbor Freeway. That's the 110 heading into downtown. I'll have those details in just a moment. Good evening, everyone. As we go ahead and take a look outside, we can see that here, looking over the Hollywood area, here's the Capitol Records building, so you know it's Hollywood. The conditions are relatively calm, but as we go ahead and take a look outside, current winds right now out of the northeast in Camarillo at 21 miles per hour, out of the north in Van Nuys at 12. Nice and calm in downtown Los Angeles, but as we head towards the northeast, or towards the Inland Empire, northeast winds at 16 miles per hour. So some areas are still breezy. At this point in Pasadena, those winds have definitely calmed down. The other thing that we're contending with tonight is those really cold temperatures. We're looking at 48 is the current temperature right now in Van Nuys, 49 in downtown, upper 50s if you're in Fullerton, 54 in Chino, and 52 in Ontario. And as we take a look at the satellite radar picture, this is why we are seeing an area of low pressure just to our southeast. The circulation around that low is pulling in a lot of really frigid air and dry air out of the Rockies and shifting it into our area. Not really seeing a lot of compressional warming, which is generally what happens with these Santa Ana winds, but we are going to see a little bit more of that tomorrow, and that means tomorrow we are going to see a slight increase during the afternoon hours. Unfortunately, we'll have clear skies once again during the evening hours, and that's why those temperatures were going to drop again significantly tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning as well. So by tomorrow, we could see some record low temperatures. Of course, we won't have that until tomorrow for you, but we'll also take a look at the 7-day forecast, how long these cold, windy conditions are going to be with us. I'll have all that for you coming up in just a little bit. Right now, we're going to send it back to Micah and Cher.
Thank you, Vera.